Hi, hello. Uh, Today's weather is kind of like a really good, like kind of like a cloudy and things. Like it's not really very harsh sunlight. From last couple of days, it was kind of like a very harsh sunlight. But today's morning is kind of like a really good. All right, so let's just start. So this is my artifact episode number 3848 probably. I'm not really sure about the exact number. Today's date is uh, March 18, 2026. It's been almost like a morning at 8:18 a.m. Should we jump into the question? All right, let's go. All right, so the question is, what realistic 1% improvement could I make each day during the next month? 1% improvement. That's a really good question. Alright, yeah. First of all, what exactly is this question and why am I asking this question to myself? A couple of days ago, I am kind of like reading a book, Atomic Habit by James Clear. Really amazing book. Highly recommend to you to read this book. I wanted to implement the value that book taught me. How do I supposed to do that? By asking question to myself and giving the honest answer. So I went to ChatGPT and kind of like say that I read this book. I wanted to implement the value. Suggest me 20 question, and ChatGPT kind of like suggest me kind of like a 20 question. This is one of those question. By the way, all those questions are actually on the mobile phone, but while recording, I can't do anything at all. So that's why I wrote question in here. Okay, yeah. This is a new book that I'm reading right now, How to Win and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. Really amazing book. Also, highly recommend to you to read this book. Now, regarding about the question says that what realistic 1% improvement that I could do in next month or next day or things like that. First of all, what is actually 1% improvement? A 1% improvement means like that you are actually improving every single day. Okay, yeah, to improve little bit better. But how do I supposed to do that? By the way, if you are listening me right now or not, like it's a very windy. Okay, yeah, like you are probably listening me. It's not really that you're not listening me. Okay, but it's a little bit windy. Okay. Okay, yeah, it's a little bit windy, so probably yeah, it's very cold. It's not cold, it's a kind of like a feel like a breeze, a kind of like a thing is that today might gonna rain happen, so probably have that kind of like a some weather that might kind of like a get rain, and I really love rain, by the way. Okay, yeah, really good. Okay, yeah. 1% improvement. Okay, so what is actually 1% improvement and how do I supposed to do that as a 1% improvement? Okay, so let's just say that okay, you haven't really read the book. Okay, you are not the person who kind of like read the book. But if I suggest that read one page, okay, let's just say that I kind of like said that this is a kind of like a page. So I said to you that read one page, just one page in a one day. Okay, so in a one day you have to read just one page and that's it. You just kind of like throw this book at somewhere. Tomorrow you just have to read another page, just a one page. So basically it's this thing that if you read one page every single day, then after 235 days you might read the entire book. Okay, probably the speed is very slow because you are reading one page per day, but still you are kind of like reading something. Okay, yeah, so that is called kind of like a something that consistency. Okay, not improvement, consistency, that you just read one page per day. Improvement means like that ki you are kind of like a reading one page today, and tomorrow you decided that okay, let's improve 1%. So probably 1 plus 1, that means 2. So I should supposed to be read 2 pages. Okay, yeah. Then basically I decided that ki tomorrow I should supposed to be read like basically another 2 pages. So basically it just kind of like a 4 pages. Now you decided that ki let's just kind of like a simply add not 4, like let's just say 5 pages. So it's a kind of like a simply this thing, you are kind of like improving your craft every single day. Like sometime 1%, sometime 2%, sometime just nothing, sometime but kind of like adding that thing. Okay, yeah. So that is called improvement. Okay, so kind of like a 1% improvement and things and that. So can I able to be improve my habit like a 1% every each month? Well, like basically is this thing na ki from my point of perspective, okay, yeah, am I improving my habit? Well, I am not reached there yet, so that I would supposed to be improve my habit and things and that. Why? Is because of that ki I love to maintain consistency. If I being consistent, I can able to do anything at all. Like I don't really require to improve myself 1%. Like year ago I was kind of like a running 30-minute non-stop. I still run 30-minute non-stop. I didn't really improve my time, I didn't really improve things, I just run, okay, 30 minutes. Because of having that consistency, it kind of like a hold me to do it this activity for longer period of time. But if I keep improving, means improving the time or kind of like a somebody that yeah, I could run faster and things and that, then probably what will gonna happen that that task will kind of like a make me little bit difficult to do it. And when it kind of like a difficult to execute, I might not run for longer period of time. I decided that I should supposed to be run for rest of the lifetime. Okay, so this is the kind of like a goal that I wanted to achieve. So how do I supposed to achieve this goal? By kind of like a maintaining what is actually what I'm doing and being consistent for longer period of time. I am not recommend to you to jump into the 1% improvement or 2% improvement. Don't do that. Okay, why? Because most of people kind of like thinks that na ki if I improve 1% today, then tomorrow it would be kind of like a really good result, right? But let me tell you one thing na, if you improve 1% today, then you also add little bit difficult to do it. Let's just say that ki I run 30 minutes today, I decided that let's run 31 minutes. Okay, 31 minutes is not really that much difficult, I could able to be run 31 minutes. Tomorrow I decided 32 minutes. Okay, let's run 32 minutes. Day after tomorrow, let's create 33 minutes. Then after 33 minutes, I realized that dude, I cannot able to be run 33 minutes. Okay, yeah. If I'm being continuously doing that thing, then I would kind of like a hate running. Then I might not gonna run. So it is really essential for me to stick with that thing. But improvement is very essential. You cannot kind of like somebody just stay and kind of like somebody not just do improvement. Improvement is very much essential. So how do I supposed to be improve and things and that. Okay, let's just understand. If you are very pro, only and only you have to improve yourself, or only and only you started improving yourself. Don't push yourself too much. Okay, yeah. Like let's just say you are a beginner. You haven't really read the book. You haven't really read any kind of like this stuff, and you decided that since tomorrow I will gonna read half of the book, or kind of like I will complete the rest of the book within a day. It doesn't really matter at all, because let's just say this book is just piece of paper, nothing really at all. Important thing is that whatever the book that you read, you have to implement that book in your life. Okay, yeah. So basically is this thing that na ki like a being hurry or being trying to too much do like basically is this thing na, have you seen so many people who are kind of like somebody motivated and they just kind of like things that I'm really gonna do this thing, yeah. This is very wrong, like in so many ways, because don't push yourself too much. Like try small and just be consistent for that small period of time until you realize that okay, I will able to be improve little bit, so then improve. My 1% improvement is actually started like since I'm talking about the running point of perspective, because I run and this is a habit that I kind of like incorporate in my life, so I will gonna talk about that. Okay, so basically is this thing, I will gonna tell you that ki when I kind of like utilize that 1% improvement. Okay, so at the beginning I wanted to run. Okay, yeah, but I cannot able to be run. Okay, I could run like a 5 minute, and then after that I just kind of like I can't, like I just so basically I decided that ki let's run 5 minute. Okay, yeah, so I kind of like a running for 5 minute, and it is possible to run 5 minute. Okay, I check mark that ki I could run 5 minute. Then I decided that ki let's run 6 minute. So I set up the alarm for 6 minute, and then I started running. So I could able to be run 6 minute. Then day after that 7 minute, 8 minute, 9 minute, 10 minute. Okay, yeah, but does it actually run like that way? No, it does not, because what is actually happened now, I started running for 6 minute, it is easily do it. 7 minute easily do it, but 8 minute I can't, like you just kind of like a feel like, oh my god, I just kind of like a feel like running a lot, and I just can't really, like I just feel like that okay, I am kind of like a losing so much to kind of like a run and things like that. So because of this thing, it kind of like I stop, I didn't really run, and that is a wrong thing. If you stop, then that is wrong. So next day I decided that okay, try not to run 8 minute, let's just run 7 minute. Okay, yeah, so I stick with that 7 minute for at least like a 2 to 3 days. Okay, yeah, and then after that I improve only 1%, 8 minute. Then oh, then after that I could run 8 minute. Then slowly 10 minute. Okay, yeah, then 10 minute I kind of like realized that ki I cannot able to be run more than 10 minutes, so I just maintain that 10 minute for at least like a week. And then after that improve little bit, 11 minute, 12 minute, 15 minute. After 15 minute I kind of like realized that I cannot able to be run more than 15 minutes, so I just kind of like maintain that 15 minute for at least like a week or two. Okay, yeah, then after that I decided that let's run more. So 17 minute, 20 minute. After 20 minutes I realized that I cannot able to be run more than 20 minutes, so I just stay there, I kind of like run for 2 3 weeks. Okay, yeah, and then after that I realized that 20 minutes, let's just say 21, let's push yourself 25. I realized that I cannot able to be run more than 25, so I just stay there for at least like a month. Then after that I push little bit, let's just say 25, 26, then 30 minutes. Okay, yeah, now this timestamp, it took me almost like a 6 months to reach from 5 minute to 30 minute. 6 months. It's not happened in one day, it's not happened in 1 week, it took me 6 months, even more than that. Okay, yeah, so this is how I kind of like realized. And then after I achieved my 30-minute run, I realized that okay, this is a standard, I shouldn't supposed to be like, I decided to extend even more, like I decided to run 31 minute or 32 minute or 35 minute. Then I realized that no, I cannot able to be run, because my legs are actually hurting, I cannot able to be like, I'm kind of like breathing very heavily and things like that. And that's why I realized that no, I shouldn't supposed to be run more than 30 minutes. So I just kind of like locked at 30 minutes, and that's it, I just run for 30 minutes. Okay, yeah, so this is what I did, this is how I kind of like a 1% improvement actually happened to kind of like a little bit improve. Okay, yeah, now why did I run, why did not I choose to run more? Like I can able to be run, like athletes could run kind of like a 1 hour 2 hour non-stop and things like that. Why I cannot choose to run more than that, or more than 30 minutes? Because of that key, it's not my profession, I am not an athlete, I am not a runner. I just wanted to run so that I would fit my body. That's it. I like, this is kind of like the goal that I have, is that ki I just wanted to fit my body. And how do I supposed to fit my body? By kind of like doing my physical activity every single day. And if I wanted to do my activity every single day, then I should supposed to be kind of like consume very less amount of energy, or it would kind of like really require me to less amount of effort to do that thing. When that actually happened, then and only then I would supposed to be continue that thing. So basically, let's just say I am an athlete, then it is really essential for me to kind of like run longer, like a 30 minutes, so let's just say 35, 40, 50 minutes and things and that, because in that particular point of perspective, running was my career, so I just push it little bit. So this is what it is, this is what kind of like a 1% improvement. you have to decide it that what's exactly your limit. Okay, yeah. Do not cross too much. You are not athlete. You are not trying to prove anything at all. You are just doing there for yourself. And if you are comfortable of doing things that is okay, then that is okay. Try not to push yourself a little bit. Then this question is not for you. I also think that now this 1% question is not for me, because I think that I just focus on just doing activity and just be consistent. Just be upload my video every single day, run my video, run every single day, read my book 20 minutes every single day, record my artifact half an hour every single day. Okay, yeah. Sleep 7 hour every single day. Okay, do my work every single day. So like being consistent is a kind of like adding a little bit of improvement. Like it automatically habit. Like basically is this thing what exactly happened. The effort that I'm putting for a run for 5 minutes was too much. Okay, yeah. But right now I am not putting that much any kind of like a effort to run 30 minutes. Okay, why is that? Because my body accepting this thing that yeah, you could able to be run, so it's kind of like a became really autopilot. Okay, yeah. Like let's just say is this thing, you are the kind of like a somebody particular person who just started reading and you just kind of like a read one page. It's very difficult to read one page. Why? Because you haven't really read the book before. Okay, yeah. But if you just being consistent and things and that reading a one page might kind of like a very easy for you. And this is what actually happened. Improvement, you shouldn't supposed to be do it. It actually happened automatically. Yeah. Like basically running 30 minutes, like running a 5 minute might be kind of like a very difficult when I was kind of at the beginning. But I just being consistent and things and that right now I'm became autopilot. Everything actually happened autopilot. When I read, like basically I am the kind of like a particular person who just not read the book. Like literally, why would I supposed to be read a kind of like I'm reading kind of like a text material, like I'm reading a kind of like a somebody like a education books and things like that. Why do I supposed to read such a book? I don't really get it, yeah. But this year I decided that okay, let's read a book, and I started reading a book. It's been almost like a 3 months, and kind of like I read 3 books. Like this is the third book that I'm reading right now, and I'm really proud myself that okay, I'm reading this book. I'm not pushing myself. I'm just reading just 20 minutes this book. That's it. Okay, yeah, just chapter by chapter, not pushing myself too much. But because of this thing, I am lot of improving. I am kind of like I had a lot of improvement inside of me. Like this is what is it like basically this, most of people don't really understand. Okay, yeah. Let's just say that key. Okay, it's very hard to describe in the video, but still I wanted to kind of like showcase this thing. Okay, so let's just say you run. I'm gonna taking this same example as a run, because running is a habit that kind of like a easily explain in this particular example. So I'm gonna take a run. Okay, yeah. So let's just say you run 5 minutes. Okay, you just run 5 minutes. Okay, yeah. The amount of effort that you put for run for 5 minutes at the beginning is too much. Let's just say 10 out of 9. Okay, yeah, 10 out of 9 you put the effort to run 5 minutes. Okay, yeah. Now there is another how much value that you get. Okay, yeah. Like if you run 5 minutes, okay, and you put the 10 out of 9% effort on that period of time, you get very less amount of value. Okay, let's just say 10 out of 1% value that you get. Value means like let's just say like because of you run 5 minutes, you might kind of like somebody that feel really good, or maybe kind of like somebody that like whatever, just 1% improvement actually happen, just 1%. Okay, yeah, just 1% value that you get. Okay, yeah. Now if you just being consistent like 5 minutes, let's just say 5 minutes, so your effort, like you are actually putting effort 10 out of 9, that effort might be 10 out of maybe like just 8.5, just 8.5, just little bit. Okay, yeah, your effort is get little less. Okay, yeah, but you are still running 5 minutes. Okay, yeah, your effort gets little less, and the value that you are getting maybe 1.1%. Just you are increasing value 1.1%, you are reducing effort 0.5%, but you are maintaining your running. Okay, yeah. Now what will gonna happen if you improve just run like let's just say 6 minutes, then directly effort takes 10 out of 9, and in this thing you gain value maybe like a 1.8%. You just improve that thing. Okay, yeah. Now basically just think that now you keep kind of like adding the time and things and that like when you add the time, it kind of like a effort is kind of like a 10 out of 9, 10 out of 9, 10 out of 9, 10 out of 9, like all the time. Okay, because you are continuously adding the time, and you are kind of like a simply getting the value like a this much, this much, this much, this much, like a 1.2%, 1.3%, 1 point, it always increasing if you're being consistent and things and that. Okay, and now you reach that particular period of time that you run 30 minutes. Okay, yeah, and now you are used to with this thing. So you are running 30 minutes. How much effort that you put? 10 out of 2%. What? Yeah, that is true. Yeah, because you are running like basically I'm kind of like a telling today's point of perspective that I'm actually running for last 5 years. So I'm run 30 minutes, and how much I put the effort? 10 out of 2. Like literally 10 out of 2. Yeah, like my body kind of like went to autopilot. I just don't really know what is actually happened. I just kind of like run and things like that. So I'm putting very less effort. Like literally just everything actually happened autopilot. But the value that I'm getting, 10 out of 9. Okay, yeah. I haven't really been sick for last 5 years. My health is really good. I sleep really good. I can work really longer period of time. I'm focus my improve. I could read my book, record artifact, things and that. Okay, yeah. So this is the power of being kind of like a 1% improvement, but with the consistent. Like you just be consistent throughout the time. So you are putting very less amount of effort. You are getting so much amount of value, and you are being kind of like somebody just yeah. This is what it is. This is what kind of like things actually happen. Okay, yeah. If you improve 1%, but still, I will not gonna recommend to you to go to the 1% improvement. This is a kind of like a pro level thing. Okay, yeah. Also, I'm not consider myself as a pro because I just kind of like a run. That's it. Okay, yeah. Like regarding about the reading a book and kind of like a getting the value and achieving the success and things and that, I don't really achieve that pro level thing. I'm still kind of like a beginner and things and that. But this is what kind of like a workflow actually happened. This is what kind of like only 1% improvement is actually happened. From my point of perspective, maybe this is what I kind of like experienced throughout the time. Alright, so this is it. I should supposed to end here. I have to do some sort of thing my father actually asked me. So this is it. Thank you.